Hi, just getting ready to go live. In few minutes, I'll be ready. We will be talking about a very interesting subject, which is the Feng Shui. Okay, so just a second, and I will be live. Hi, just getting ready to go live. We will be talking about a very interesting subject, which is the Feng Shui. Okay, we just give it a few minutes. Hello, I'm Dr. Bassam Saab. I am talking from Abu Dhabi here. We are in the United Arab Emirates, and thanks heaven, everything is okay. The pandemic is under control, which is something very advanced. And we are one of the countries here that we are on a very big, very well standard in terms of protection. We will be talking about the Feng Shui. Okay, I will be just saying a few general words now until we have some audience. We have already, the audience are coming. Please, if anybody is there, send me a message so I know that you are watching. And if you have any question, you are most welcome. You are most welcome to raise the question. Actually, the energy of a space. Feng Shui is a science. It is actually a science, metaphysical science, and it talks about the energy of the space. We all know that everything in life is energy. We are energy. Okay, we are energy in a form of a human being. Other people, energy in animals, the energy of the animals, energy in the trees, in the nature. So we all come from energy, and we are all swimming in an ocean of energy. So Feng Shui, let us start about the Feng Shui. What is the meaning of the Feng Shui? Feng Shui, actually, it is called wind and water. The wind and water are two things that are not controllable. You cannot control, okay? You just let the water go, and it will take its own way. You cannot decide the way of the water, except if you make a special channel for it. But when the water is open, it goes according to the appearing landmarks. Okay, so it's free, and it goes directly, and it goes through the proper ways, or the ways that are drawn or made for it. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So Archana, hi. Nada, hi. Abdu, Maha, hi, Maha. So the water, if you open the water, okay, the water will go into the cracks. So it's a free entry for the water, unless we harness it, unless we find a way that to let it go, to channel it in a proper way. And so is the wind. We cannot control the wind. The wind, it will go only in the places that are available. The space is available, the road is available, the path is available, the wind will go. If you have a big wall, if you have a very big wall, for example, the wind will not go out of the wall. If it's a very strong wind, it may break the wall, of course. But if there is a wall or a hurdle or something, it will go around. So we are talking now about the science of place, the energy of the place. We all live in houses. We all go to offices. We all feel the energy of the place. Sometimes you visit a person to his house or to his garden or to his office, but you feel that you want to leave. You cannot stay much. Why? Because the energy of that place may not be suitable for you, or it may be a repelling energy that it will let you feel that you have to leave. So why is that? Because the place also has an energy. The place also has an energy. That's what we are talking about this in this session. It will be a short. It will not be a complete thing because this Feng Shui is a course. It's a one-day course actually. If it's physical and if it's online, it will take maybe three sessions. Each session is 2 hours. So the Feng Shui is an art and it's a workshop, a course. I will not be talking about everything in it, but I will be talking about small things here and there to make you familiar with the Feng Shui and what do we mean by Feng Shui. Actually, to be very frank here, the Feng Shui is an art that it has many schools, okay, and they go into so many details that you feel that you are fanatic. So we cannot go to the schools or to all these schools and become so much fanatic. There are some basic things that are important that we have to count on. Okay, we should not break our house to make the proper entry. We cannot change the whole furniture because we have to go to do like that. So I'm telling you that in Feng Shui there are so many books, so many schools, which are they reached fanatism. So my advice to you is not to follow these schools. Use your logic and decide on which school that you like to follow. Actually, I will be talking about the Pranic Feng Shui. Pranic Feng Shui is the Feng Shui. Master Shua Kok Sui, I will talk about him later. Master and his life partner Charlotte Anderson, they made a workshop. It's called Pranic Feng Shui. The master, you know, he has clairvoyance. You know, if someone knows his life, he had people beside him all the time, and they are clairvoyant. Clairvoyant people can assess and can know if this is working or not working, if the energy of this is correct or not. Anyways, they studied together with all these people who are around them, and they selected only the best of the best, the essence of the Feng Shui. So the Pranic Feng Shui is the essence of the Feng Shui without going into all these details of hundreds of accessories, by this cat, by this, I don't know what, this frog, everything. So they compiled, Master Shua Kok Sui and his life partner, Charlotte Anderson, compiled something called a Pranic Feng Shui. So it is a something, it's the essence of the Feng Shui that has no fanatism in it. So we will talk about it and we will share. I will share something with you and let us talk about it. Okay, so I hope you are able to read my presentation here. This is a quick presentation I made. As I told you, it will be a short information. I will not go into the details. There will be a part 2 about that. But if anybody is interested for this, it will be later a workshop, and you can register through the online workshop on the Feng Shui. And believe me, the Feng Shui is so important that if you use it, your life will in the conditions. So this is the presentation of the Feng Shui. Okay, we start with this one, wind and waves. So the wind and waves, or the wind and water, that's the meaning of the Feng Shui. That's the real meaning in English for the word Feng and Shui. Pranic healing, this is the picture of Master Shua Kok Sui and Charles Anderson, who is his life partner, and they did together a wonderful job. Master Shua Kok Sui is a Filipino guy, Filipino person with Chinese origins, and he was a prominent businessman, and you know, he just left. He didn't leave. He still worked. I mean, his business was still there and still is still there, but he was talented, and he was you know, a soul, a very fine soul, that he was able to rearrange and reproduce the modern pranic healing. The pranic energy healing is something that has been available and found on this earth since hundreds and thousands of years. As well, it was and it was only for the for special people. Not everybody can know about it, but he simplified it and he made it in a way that everybody can work on it. So one of the things he made the pranic healing, Hatha yoga, pranic feng shui, and kriya shakti, with the art of materialization, and many other things. So I cannot remember now. So materialization, feng shui, and and the body shaping, face lifting, and body shaping. Also, this is something important. So you can change. You can make a facelift with a pranic healing without a touch. So this is in short talking about the master Shua Koksui. All right. Any question here? Any question here? All right. So the principles, the main principles of the Feng Shui, let us talk about them one by one, and then we go into a little bit of detail. The principle, the subtle energy or the chi. The chi energy is the energy which is available in the house or in the workplace where we live. The habitat means the environment, means the neighborhood. Okay, so if you are living in an environment, this environment can reflect on you and on your life. For example, if you are living beside a cemetery, how do you like that? A cemetery, people are dying and they're living beside them. Do you think it's a good energy? If you are living beside the hospital, or you are living in a house that was on the land of an old cemetery where people, used to be buried. So this is the energy for sure is not. It's not correct. It's not clean. And it is polluted. So this is the meaning of habitat. The law of correspondence and the law of karma. The law of correspondence. So the Feng Shui is one art or one thing that we have to take care of, but there are many other things that we have to take care of to have our better life. The law of correspondence, because our karma plays a very important role. If you make a house perfectly according to the perfect rules of Feng Shui, but your karma is not good, it will help a little bit, but no, there are other factors. So we are a combination. Multi-causal factors, which we will talk about it later, and the manifestation. So these are the important, the principles of the Feng Shui. So, principle, if there is any question, please let me know. Principle of subtle chi. It affects all aspects of life, spiritually and mentally, physically and financially. That's what I've been talking about. Principle of habitat. Quality of energy in the house or the office. Health, wealth, and happiness. Health, wealth, and happiness. Similar to a lake of water and fish, where the quality of water is the home or the office. So as the fish is living in a water, in a lake, the quality of water depends on the way of life or the standard of life this fish is living. So our habitat is the water for a fish. The same thing. The principle of correspondence or the karma. What affects the inner world affects the physical world, which means the inner world is our inner world, our lives, our energy. What affects us also affects the outer world, the physical world. The principle of multi-causal factors. Let us talk about this. This is very important. Feng Shui is one factor of many important factors, such as, please listen here, karma factors such as kindness, proper human relations and generosity, intelligence and industriousness, positive attitude and thinking, self-discipline and moderate lifestyle, savings. If all above factors are there, the Feng Shui will speed up the process, which means if we are we're living properly, we are proper people, living properly, we are taking all the aspects of life in moderation, we are doing everything that we have to do to be good, we are not cruel, we are helping others, we are generous, we are industrious. Industriousness and intelligence means that if we have a goal, we have to work for it. Industriousness, we are working to reach that goal. So we have to reach the goals. The goal will not come to us, we have to work for it. So all these aspects will contribute to the bigger picture, and it will help us succeed and live properly. The principle of the manifestation means house or workplace tend to evoke certain psychological responses. Repeatedly evoked emotions and thoughts, whether positive or negative, will eventually tend to manifest physically. It's a common law. Everybody, most of you knows it because you are in the field of energy. The emotions, if we have emotion, a negative emotion that's repeatedly in our head, I'm not successful, I am ugly, I cannot win, I will not win, I will not, all these negative things, when you repeatedly say it, it will become physical. So we have to watch our thoughts. So here when we say the principle of manifestation, so if we have the wrong ideas, the negative thoughts repeatedly, it will manifest. So directions, we will talk about the number one item now, which about the directions. In Feng Shui, we have directions. Of course, we have directions everywhere, but we have to know the direction of our house. Let us start in our house in general and the directions. We have to have a compass. Everybody can download a compass in his phone, from the phone, and you have to know where, how to use it, and to know the exact location of few important things. The most important thing is the door of the house, the main door of the house. Okay, so the waves or the storm or the wind that is coming from this door represents and means something to us. How do we control this? We will come to it, but I will tell you just briefly now. If you are in your house and you want to open your main door, you open the door, and the wind will come to you. This wind coming from where is the direction of the wind or the quality of the wind that we want to test. So if this wind facing you is coming from the south or north or west, that's what we want to consider to make our place friendly, Feng Shui friendly, and to avoid all the unnecessary or the unwanted energy needed. How does the energy enters your house? Through the main door. The door is like the mouth of the human being, so everything coming from the door. Directions are taken from inside the house. That is when you are in the house and you open the main door, as I just discussed. 80% of the energy coming from the main door is that it will define and create the energy of the house. 80%. Let me say something here, that the main door of the house is the mostly used door. Maybe you have a house and you have the main door, but you don't use it. Use the kitchen door. Okay? If you mainly use the kitchen door, this means the kitchen door is the main door, and that's what you have to work on to make it proper and according to the Feng Shui rules. So we have to have a compass. It's very easy to get a compass, and you check where is the direction. North energy The energy coming from the north, the wind of the north coming from the north, when you open your main door, it will increase material wealth, money, business, career, sex, and physical health. It is predominantly red in color and strengthening and expanding. So this is the power of the north. Who is responsible? Who is the guardian of the north? Is the Archangel Gabriel. We go to the south chi energy, and the color here is orange. The energy coming from the south, it will send to us, it will give us, tends to produce financial and career and health problems. So south is not a favorable direction. Who is the guardian? Archangel Michael. West energy, it decreases and breaks down everything in general to 50%. Imagine how good is this energy. Not so good, because it breaks down. It tends to produce mediocre or average financial or material prosperity. What is a mediocre? Mediocre is a person who will always be a small person. He can never be a successful businessman. He can never come to the top of his business. So he's like a small businessman trying hard to become big, but he can never become big. So this is the energy coming from the west. That's what it does. So who is the guardian? The guardian is Archangel Raphael. East is violet, and violet, you know, it's divine. Spirituality, love, joy, happiness, health, materially and financially. You see how nice is the East? And who is the guardian? Archangel Uriel. So we are coming to an end of the part 1, but in part 2, which will be very interesting, and the people who are interested, please private message me, and I will invite you live with me. So we'll be all together live talking about this subject. So in part 2, we will be talking about the directions in between. We have, for example, southeast. We have west, south, something, you know, these energies in between. We will talk about them. Favorable directions, which are the directions that we have to take care of and use them. Corrective measures, how to correct if we have unfortunately our door or the window is not in the proper. How do we correct it? How tables and directions of table and chair, about the bed, the toilet, the cooking stove, terrains, unfavorable history, and objects. We will be talking about all these things. So let us, I want to show you now, before I close, I want to show you some pictures about the Feng Shui, and let us see what we can do. All right, so I will share with you some nice pictures. No, not this one. Just a second. I will share with you the pictures. Bear with me for a second. I will find it. Where is that? Yes. I will share with you, so you will enjoy with me this. Okay, so this is the picture of Master Chua Kok Sui and his life partner Charlotte Anderson we are talking about. These are the directions. We have north, northeast, east, southeast, etc. So these are the directions that we pay attention to in our studies. This again, it's a compass. This is a compass again. These artifacts, it gives a special energy for the house. These 3 Chinese figures, they represent money, education, and spirituality. This picture, for example, this picture, some people, they love it and they like it. Okay, but this is in the Feng Shui, from the Feng Shui point of view, this is a very bad picture to be hung on your wall. Okay, because it's a complete disaster. Our master, okay, cactus plays a very important role in healing, in let us say, in avoiding, in correcting the energy that we are having. This picture is another picture that we should not put in our house, because it is, you know, it's not autumn. It is a picture of a tree that's not giving any leaves. So this is something that will not give you the proper energy that you are looking for to put it in your house. Feng Shui is for money and wealth. For example, this is the bedroom. We will talk about the bedroom in part 2. The bedroom, where the head should be directed. What are the pictures? What are the picture? What kind of picture we have to put on top of our heads? Is this the right picture that we have to have? Is this the proper ceiling? This proper ceiling and the height of the ceiling is also is important. The frog, gold is something. It represents prosperity. This frog, and you see the money in her mouth. Also, this is something, a good luck that you can have it in your house. These are some artifacts. It's all gold. It should not be real gold, you know, even a plastic, even a gold color, because the gold represents materialization. Never have this picture in your house. This picture that you can see, are seeing now. The good picture is this picture. Tall buildings, high-rise buildings, towers. A picture of this is a very good picture to have it in your house. Pictures of gold, pictures of money in this way. Such things, if you have such pictures, if your garden is like that, so such pictures are, you know, see the leaves here of these trees. Imagine the leaves of these trees is money. Just imagine it in your head. So this will give you, of course, it's a prosperity. Again, this is the frog. This picture is very nice. This picture is very good. Okay, this means life, prosperity, richness. So these pictures are good to be used. This picture also is a very good picture to be used. Waterfalls, all right. Waterfalls are nice, but never put a picture of a waterfall above your head. The waterfall picture should be on the side wall, not just on top of your head. Okay, so this is not a good. It's not a good sign, and that's it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a brief of the Feng Shui, the Pranic Feng Shui. We will be talking about part 2. Please, if anyone is interested to be live with me next week on the same time on Wednesday, please PM me, and I will invite you all to be all together, and we'll be discussing the things live, all of us in the same time. So I thank you so much. I thank the Bridges of Light for giving me this opportunity, and I tell you good night. God bless you, and I love you all. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.